This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Offworld Trading Company, a truly innovative RTS focused on market manipulation, advanced economic management, and corporate sabotage. Profit from the life support needs of the colonists and bankrupt your friends in the process.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your deep, dark fantasy. No, I shouldn't say that because everyone's like, ooh, Blake's not wearing a shirt. No, Blake has his shirt on. Deep Dark Fantasy, of course, is our British Company of Heroes 2 player.
His opponent will be Momo, who is, in fact, Momo4sho, of course. He's going to be our OKW player.
He's back. The man has had a bit of a break from Company of Heroes 2, but he's been streaming lately, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite people in the community. And this is possibly going to be the least energetic cast of Company of Heroes 2, because this is like a post Zendo Kai cast.
Yeah. Post workout. The machine's been working out with me. How hype is that, ladies and gentlemen? It's pretty hype.
Yeah, I appreciate your abilities, of course, because you've done this like hundreds of times.
Yeah. It's good fun. I'm very much enjoying having the machine there as my trading partner. It's fairly rocking.
Sensei Blake!
Did a super intense kickboxing class today. It was pretty great.
Yeah,
had a good time.
We punched and then we also kicked things.
Yes, we did both.
It was a combination. Sometimes we also need things as well.
Really humid as well.
Oh yeah, it was really hot today.
It was pretty nuts.
Yeah. I'm sure all the British people are like, wow, it must have been like 25 degrees. What a hot day. No, it was probably like 35 or something. I don't know. 35
and seriously humid. So this seems to be a popular capping order for the OKW, and this is twice in 2 weeks we've seen the map machine. From casting it not at all for a good reason to casting it twice in 2 weeks. So it does seem to be a standard capping order, sending that Kuba wagon up the north for some light capping duties while squads kind of contest the middle.
Now this universal carrier is interesting because light vehicles in general are countered by heavy cover and garrisons. If you're going to have a squad in a building or in heavy cover, especially a HMG, of course, the universal carrier or whatever light vehicle it is will just get focused down. So we'll see how it goes. Getting the Wasp upgrade, of course, will be a fantastic upgrade. Clearing those garrisons out, giving the British the garrison clearing they need, which they otherwise lack. But at the same time, when you're versing cloaked Raketans, it's just a matter of time until that universal carrier gets tapped and taken out, I suppose.
Still, it's getting a bit of work done, I suppose. That infantry section's going to bug out. It's very nicely placed well for the Strum Pioneers. They're actually going to go for the wipe. That was really nicely played by Momo. Seriously.
Wow, he didn't chase it.
He didn't. That's an odd choice.
He may have got the wipe there if he'd chased that one. It isn't always worth chasing. Apparently, according to Tightrope, with a rifle, like bolt-action rifles, like Tommy's especially, but also even things like Grenadiers and Conscripts, apparently it might not be worth actually moving when you chase something down. But with something like Sturm Pioneers, yeah, you definitely want to be moving. That's going to be nasty. He's going to lose 2 more Sturms if he goes to that cap. Oh my god, he may even lose the squad if this universal carrier gets some good RNG.
It's going to chase down here. Deep Dark Fantasy, he's not going to be chilling. He's going to be going on the chase here. I think lack of road might save this Strum Pioneer squad. It depends how far we get the chase, and the Raketans going in the wrong direction here. Finally gets into the house.
Okay, one of those models, or 2 of the models, barely surviving there with not much health.
Good news. The ability is ready for use.
So what do we have locked in? This is the Flame Land Mattress Infiltration Commandos, the one that we see about 90% of the time with the British forces.
Makes a lot of sense on Tomoski Winter, given you're going to be getting massive indirect fire battles over that central victory point as we head towards the mid and late game. Makes a lot of sense. Skubal could be in trouble, no. Forgot that was actually a pathing route. You can get up the cliff there.
Did you forget that there wasn't rear armor on the Kubel?
Yeah. Oopsie.
Okay, so he didn't go for the Wasp because he has the flamers on his engineers. And let's see how much damage the Volks can get down. Because one Raketan... Oh, he's actually revealed the Raketan. No response. There it is. He's actually going... He's going forwards? He's not really sure what he's doing. He's going backwards now. He should be okay here. Given the flamer and the line of sight might not be enough. Oh, that was such a good play there. See what he did? He hopped in the building. Because if the Volks got in the house, the Volks would have actually had enough sight range to sight the universal carrier, and the Raketten would have got a follow-up shot there. He tried attacking ground, but he missed it. So that was a great preemptive play by Deep of Dark Fantasy. Thing is, though, the Volks, if they went in their house, they could have just lost the entire squad anyway, given their health.
They were very low, but a very nice play, as we see there by Deep Dark Fantasy, to deny the house, deny the vision, and ensure the universal carrier does stay alive. So, solid play, love it. Seems though we could get double flamers out here. Maybe UC is just going to be the early game annoyance, and we're not really going to see an upgrade here.
Early squad sizes, not an upgrade that you often see, especially not this early on. Going for that rather than his AEC. I think that's fine. The AEC won't be doing much with the Raket on the field already. Oh yeah, wow. So
I'm gonna go with squads I'd rather leave in my base for 20 points, please, machine. So
if these Sturms can get Vet 1, they can put down the medical crates. This isn't Winter Balance preview, so unfortunately those crates aren't Vet 0. There's a great change in the upcoming patch. Actually, Foyer Sturm for the OKW player, so it's going to be a flamer party. Invite all your friends. YouTube.com/generalsgentlemen. It will be a flamer party.
Foyer's jump, cool. It's rare that we get to see this. Momo, you off-meta baller.
Yeah, it's a weird commander because most of it is awful, but the Flamer Sturmers are actually really good. It's a great squad to have.
And easily the best thing on the commander, the Arketsa, which is just the most amazing
Flam and Hetzer.
Flam and Panzer Hetzer.
You got a Yugged Hetzer. That's like that would be a giant Hetzer.
That would be cool.
If only.
Flam and Panzer Hetzer Jaeger.
This is the world's most called for med bunker. Look at this. There's the Volks in the house, the Raketten, everything. Also, the other ability is not bad, actually. The recoup losses combined with thorough salvage. That's okay, these three abilities. It's just the Hetzer sucks, and the rocket barrage is... It's just too expensive for what it actually offers. I don't think it even kills howitzers properly. It's just not very good.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Still keen for the flamer battles. That's what I want to see. We need to see Deep Dark Fantasy get another flame upgrade on the other engineers. Just about right to go.
Infantry squad trained and ready to
I suppose the UC is going to... I mean, admittedly, it's going to be a little bit dangerous with the Raketten on the field, but it's going to help out in some of the trades against the Volks Grenadiers once they get healed up and once they have their STGs. It only takes a little bit of damage to swing a lot of mid to long range engagements between rifle infantry, and that small amount of DPS from the UC, for example, could turn an engagement, mid-range engagement, say infantry section versus Volks with the STGs in the favor of those infantry sections. So
the scouting could also be very useful if you're versing HMGs. And we do see Momo building a HMG, so that can make a big difference. Of course, you don't want to walk two squads into a HMG, have to retreat, then you lose out a lot of map pressure from that. Get pushed off the map, lose your cutoff, for example. It goes badly from there. You could lose the engineer squad.
Also don't retarget in time, however.
Oh, no, actually, they were targeting the Tommy squad. Yeah, as you said, didn't retarget. So that was a bit of a misplay there from Momo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Kubel running for his life. Oh, that was a nice ISG shot.
Certainly was. Pretty decent damage down. Mr. Pioneer's going to be chasing this, forcing those infantry sections off. However, the map control, definitely in the hands of Deep Dark Fantasy here, has certainly capped up the north-hand side of this map, still has that fuel connected up there. Looking towards our victory points, 375 for Momo compared to the 474 and triple cap of Deep Dark Fantasy.
That's a big difference in the early game. Kubel narrowly avoiding the death of those Stens. And it will be the Vickers in the church, but already the ISG to clear that one out, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
Solid defensive placement of this HMG as well. I do like that from Momo, who's just going to be covering the battle group, ensuring there's a safe retreat path, and that should be a wipe.
Come on, there we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely would be worth chasing with the Storm Pioneers, unless we're missing something. But I can't think of anything we are. So.
Well, without the flamer, of course. So pretty aggressive capping as well. Gets the north side, cuts off the fuel. Actually, a pretty mobile game. Semoski often can become a very slow, static game, especially with British. But it has been pretty all over the place.
Supplies looking a bit squiffy.
And
Line's been cut.
we even had the weapon racks too. So this is a big tier 2 build.
Losing a capture point.
Generally, you will see a quick Cromwell come out.
Yeah. These infantry sections are now going to be hardcore dangerous, not only with the upgrades, obviously having the 5 models as well. The Volts are not going to be trading well.
If they're up close with SMGs, then they can do. And if they get sick grenades, oh man, this is a silly engagement for those Volks. Of course, charging up close with the Tommies generally is best avoided. But the thing is with the Tommies though, is they have the on-field heal, so you can actually stay on the field here with most of his squad count. Double brands.
Bane of access players the world over. Look at that filthy attacker move, Machine. Ren's continually setting up. Big Dark Fantasy doing a nice job of keeping this UC alive, still up and running, and Momo takes the opportunity with Deep Dark Fantasy's commitment to the north to throw down another truck.
Yep, the Panzer headquarters, going to be very nice to have that. It's a good position for it. I'm just thinking of the Hans Nagano game we casted, where the Panzer headquarters got taken out when it was setting up over here, but that was when there was a Cromwell on the field. So that's one advantage of rushing out a medium tank, is then you do make it harder for your opponent to get a good position for their Panzer headquarters.
Certainly does seem like a nice one. Victory point's going to start to be a problem here for Momo. He's managed to stabilise the losses, but he's already down to 330. We're only 11 minutes into this game. The triple cap was on for a long time from Deep Dark Fantasy. We also see a couple of Piats on the field. One of those engineers is going to be grabbing those, as opposed to the Flamer. One Piat. I see one, maybe two. Just one.
Yeah, that's just one Piat. So
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
there is options for a cache, of course, for British. Given the manpower, you have a pretty safe spots as well. A munitions cache actually might be a good idea for him, given his upgrade ability of his squads. This could be a wipe.
Certainly could be. Still sticking in the Incendy here. There's the evac and the retreat. And the low squad, and you get the ball's going to pop out the other side and actually get the wipe. Very nicely played by Momo. Again, quick on the trigger with those garrison and ungarrisoning Volks Grenadiers.
Universal Carrier going to be focused down.
Yeah, it should go down here. Might cost a double Faust. Momo doesn't quite have the munitions. He can probably just gun this one down. Probably just going to let the Raketten take it out.
Yeah, just getting the munitions now. Is he?
The Raketten's brought Dishonor twice.
Yeah, he's hit the fence twice. Ever get so mad you just punch a fence with a rocket?
Not often, but ooh.
Oh wow! I didn't say that.
See, I was almost going to. I was just about to congratulate Momo on his continual taking of the battle group headquarters garrison, because if he didn't do that, what could happen is the commandos could just pop out and they could wipe the ISG with a gammon, or they could wipe retreating squads, for example. So giving it always garrison was really nice, but Deep Dark Fantasy just pops out of another building and throws long range gammon bomb and wipes the garrison anyway. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate.
There's two Rakettens anticipating a medium tank. It's a good idea to have two in time for the Cromwell. Whether it's a Cromwell, whether it's a Sherman, whether it's Pax if you're playing Wehrmacht. Now they're retreating through the engineers. It is a Piat squad, but it's probably... Oh, God, what? Oh my God.
Probably.
the long range... what's it called? Execution with that stand. He had a decent amount of health as well.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't a low model. He probably had half health.
Some solid accuracy from the engineer squad. Yeah, gunning that garrison, that's a really good idea, except Flamers don't really do that.
Well, it's a wooden building, so they can. I think eventually it actually sets fire.
Does it?
Because you know how if you Molotov a building like 4 times, it actually sets fire?
Alright, yeah.
I don't know if he's hitting it though, because he might be bringing Dishonor on the fence. Well, he may need 2 flamers simultaneously, or an incendiary grenade as well. Anyway.
Can't see any effect. Maybe we'll see the Rocket and start focusing it. We'll see.
Still no company command post.
Decent manpower flow here from Deep Dark Fantasy, so maybe medium tank land mattress. I'm not sure where he's going to be spending this, but certainly do with another squad on the field. 6-pounder wouldn't be a terrible idea. No, it's going to be the Cromwell.
Oh no, sorry, he already had the company command post.
Yeah,
he's actually putting a Cromwell now.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's actually in a good spot then. But Momo's not far off getting a Panther. Or perhaps a Panzer IV, given that there's double Brens already. He may want to have that additional anti-infantry, especially given his double Raketens.
I mean, I don't know. I can see one hell of a call in he could go for Momo here in terms of tank pressure.
If only.
So Cromwell's going to be finished off soon.
Oh, is it on fire now?
Momo, however, is well prepared. No, I'm pretty sure he gave up on the Raketens shooting.
It's smoking.
Down.
Hey! And the Raketen was firing at it too. Okay, gone. 1 down. 1 to go.
Kill all the garrisons. If there are no garrisons on the map, Deep Dark Fantasy can no longer pop commandos.
Well, no, you can. You can pop them. You can pop them from the tractor.
Oh,
Did you know that?
Yeah,
There's like you can sneak some commandos in under the tractor and pop them out. Wow, look at that range.
It's pretty nuts. And so what's Momo going to go into? He's probably going to wait to see the Cromwell.
Trying to take one of our
Let's go straight for the Panzer IV. It's a very safe move. Safe from both of our players here. Deep Dark Fantasy plays safe. Momo's playing safe as well. Just going for a Panzer IV. Good all-round tank.
Yeah, Momo afterwards perhaps would want to go for a squad of Obersoldaten, given that he only has 2 Volks. Yeah, he's actually destroying this too.
It's a good move. All key garrisons and commandos to pop out and look for wipes. You just don't want to have to worry about it.
See, this is where demos should actually have a role in the game. Rather than being cheesy squad wipes that you put on points and blow them up, they should be actually used for denying garrisons. Rather than attacking it for 2 minutes, you should be able to just spend 50 munitions and blow up a house to give you that control of the battlefield. Rather than being such a a frustrating unit ability.
The capture point is being overrun.
Panzer headquarters.
Now, I don't know if the Panzer headquarters can sink the Cromwell on the ice. The ISG may be able to.
Very possibly. I mean, you would think, isn't flak the right kind of damage type that could sink? Generally about explosions and AoE, isn't it, rather than...
I have no idea how it actually works, in terms of how the sinking works. But things like mortar shells, though, are generally pretty good. But I think then, like, tank destroyers, like Jacksons and such, aren't good at sinking.
Yeah, that's what I always thought as well, is that, like, direct hits, like shells, for example.
AoE,
don't really do much, whereas AoE does more, so... I don't know if it's more chance because it's covering more ice, I don't know exactly how the mechanic works,
maybe.
But...
Yeah. There was a nice attempt there. They were trying to fire the Piats over the house and get a free shot off it, the Panzer headquarters, but it wasn't quite an option here. Okay, we have ice. P4 doesn't step onto the Cromwell, however, does. I don't know if that counts as ice there. Oh, well, jeez.
I mean, probably not judging from this.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's not a very big sample size, but it gives us some indication that it might not be ice. Oh, that probably would have sunk it. I don't know.
That was a Gammon Bomb, I think I heard. Yeah. I knew that was a Gammon Bomb. That's how much I know this game. I know what grenade it was, given the sound. Oh my God. I can't look, Blake. I can't look.
I don't want to look at it either.
He's one shot away from dying, I think. Unless he's weak to an ISG shell.
No. I'm pretty sure that'll take more than one.
Yeah. Because it's 4 P4 shots, but I think one of those shots was an ISG.
Yeah.
Which won't do enough damage. 80 damage, it is half the damage of a P4.
That match is going to be on the field, and the first barrage is a firing. Straight onto the general area of the ISG and the battle group.
Yeah, that is the only problem with having those trucks that close. It's double land mattress too.
Got wiped.
That being said, we could see a nice rocket barrage and wiping those land mattresses.
Certainly a possibility, especially if they keep chilling on the ice. So.
Nice unintentional pun.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Our supply line's broken.
Definitely a stronger core of infantry. 3 Tommies, they do vet very well. The double Brens give them good scaling.
Certainly a good point. Well-rounded composition at this stage for Deep Dark Fantasy. Momo still with a fair bit of population cap to fill. Still feel Obers are... Yeah, he's already going Obers, yeah. Obers are a good choice.
Yeah, the problem with Obers, though, is they're actually very weak at Vet 0, and they do benefit from Vet incredibly well. So it's actually quite hard to make an impact with them and for them to trade well once you get them, if you get them late on in the game like now. But then of course, they will eventually outscale the double Bren Tommies, given the suppression and things like that.
Not a bad point in the game to be going for them. We're looking at fairly even VPs. Momo sitting pretty on 330. Same as he bled down to in the early game. Deep Dark Fantasy on 250. No reason for him to be that low, I suppose. He did have a lot of resources banked up in preparation to be going for the Cromwell and the double land mattress, so certainly caused something of a lull in his composition.
Trying to lob some Piats and...
He wants to take out that Panzer headquarters.
Yeah, given the land mattress, it wouldn't take him that long.
Yeah, he only needs a couple more shots. If this barrage of Piats gets off... I take it back. Yeah, make sure you keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise you'll miss the full repair of this Panzer headquarters by Double Storm Pioneers.
Yeah, that repair speed is just nuts. However, the land mattress barrage is going to be firing any moment now.
Unfortunately, Deep Dark Fantasy is probably going to waste it on the Panzer headquarters that's now fully repaired.
Oh my god. Yeah, that repair speed is so silly. I say that, and the Brit repair speed is actually even more silly.
Can't you just have a good old combat engineer squad repairing something?
Yeah, man. It's
back to the old vanilla repair speed.
It's an interesting question. Is should the Eastern Front armies have their repair speed increased, or should the 3 newer factions have their repair speed decreased? What do you think about that?
I think they should have it decreased, personally. I feel that, yeah, for what the squads are, it's just too efficient repairs. I feel like an important part of your composition should be factoring in that you need X amount of repairs for X amount of tanks, whereas when it comes to Eastern Front armies, factions, you don't have to factor that in. It's just like, do you have 1 repairing squad? Yep, okay, you can have like 7 Cromwells and that'll be fine. You can kind of repair them up. So, whereas in...
the other way around.
Sorry, the...
Western Front armies.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Western Front armies. I feel that, yeah, in the Western Front armies, so, yeah, whatever your composition is, if you have a tank-heavy composition, you should have to also invest in the population cap behind additional repairs, rather than just having a squad of Storm Pioneers. Or in this case, 2 squads of Storm Pioneers are going to repair any possible composition OKW could have up.
And 1 is enough when you have the mechanized
Yeah,
truck.
1 is enough. That's exactly
oh my god,
right.
that was a wipe there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, this made me another one too. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And furthermore, I think that's one element is it makes your pop cap more strategic. But secondly, I think the problem with having turbo instant special edition limited time only fully sick repair speed is it means that there's no level of punishment when your tank gets hit by 3 anti-tank shots. If you wound a tank, you should punish your opponent's map control. They should be off the field for a minute. They should be punished for, clumsily driving into a bunch of anti-tank shots. But as it is now, your tank survives on 5% health, and it doesn't matter. You repair it instantly, and you're back on the field. Let's see. Oh my god, this is Cromwell driving into 2 Raketens and a Panzer IV. P4 on the ice with a 6-pounder firing at him.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
Blitzkrieg's out of there.
Not going to be sunk. Cromwell going just a little bit too deep. Here we go with another land match barrage, and again, it's going to be onto this Panzer headquarters. Deep Dark Fantasy is non-stop. He also doesn't like the ridiculous repair speed, and he wants to keep those Storm Pioneers busy. See,
this Panzer IV, so long as these Storm Pioneers survive the land mattress, and once they, of course, reinforce, they're going to put this Panzer IV back in 10-15 seconds. and it just doesn't even matter that this P4 got wounded so much. Whereas with Soviets and with Wehrmacht, if your tank gets down to 10% health, that tank is forced off for a considerable time. And then that affects your mine placement, that affects your ability to clear garrisons with a flamer. It actually does have more consequences. So I think that's one of the reasons why the skill ceiling in Coh2 isn't that high compared to other RTS games, is because there isn't enough ways to punish your opponent. People can get away with making mistakes.
You can't take I agree with you saying, you can't take well-calculated poke battles. It's either you killed your opponent's tank or you didn't kill your opponent's tank.
And the problem
levels
also,
to that.
the problem also then is it emphasizes the frustration of RNG, because then the amount of difference between a Panzer IV surviving on, or say King Tiger even, the King Tiger surviving on 5% health and the King Tiger dying is even more extreme, the faster their repair speed is. Anyway, just an interesting discussion on RTS design, something I do enjoy immensely.
That is good fun. Now, we haven't had any, since you got busy with RTS game design, we haven't had as many long, in-depth, 2-hour-long chats about it, so, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been working on one of my RTS discussion videos, but I actually did start last night doing like what is RTS? How do you define RTS? Which is interesting. I was talking with Tenchi, and we were saying that, like, the definition that I would go by primarily is a battle of competitive economies, because units are a manifestation of economy. You know, this is, you know, 250 manpower minus 30. That's what it is. Plus 60 munitions. It's all economy. It's all numbers. But then I was like, hang on a minute. Well, actually, then why isn't Counter-Strike RTS? Because Counter-Strike is competitive economies. Because Counter-Strike doesn't require constant management of multiple game pieces. You know, you have team members, of course, but I don't have to manage you. I'm just, like, I'm fighting next to you. Whereas RTS, you have multiple entities that you're controlling, whether it's tanks, whether it's, you know, space wizards, and you have multiple factors. You know, you have economy, production, scouting, unit composition, blah, blah, blah. And that's the key, because even MOBAs are competitive economies. You know, you have, like, you know, last hitting objectives, but in MOBAs, again, you don't have the management of multiple entities.
Where can I find this Space Wizard RTS you speak of? So, I'm keen for a Space Wizard RTS.
StarCraft, so. Man, the High Templars. High Templars.
Yeah, I suppose that's right.
This is probably more than that.
Yeah.
Dawn of War, like librarians and
also
Farsi.
Space Wizard. Yeah, that's fair actually. So yeah.
I mean, Eldar are literally space elves. Like, that's all they are space elves.
The Panzer headquarters has certainly gone down. ISG again and again, support weapons go down as well. So we get for forward truck placement, shakes fist with anger. The battle group's going to go down as well. Strum Pioneers having their work cut out for them, and here we go!
The Swag Panzer 38 on the field.
Yes!
Let's see how much damage it gets done.
I just want to see it wipe both land mattress. Just walk up and just wipe both land mattress. That's
yeah, it's probably better off going for a King Tiger, but it does give him actually a fair bit of aggressibility, because he has 2 P4s and also Flampanzer. Yeah, he's actually going for it. If he decrews with the... Oh, there's a Comet though, oh my god. This Flamhetzer having to run for his life. The land mattress has been wiped, and this can get destroyed by the P4, assuming he hits.
Commander is a key part of Deep Dark Fantasy's composition at this stage of the game. He's down to 138 BPs. He's looking fine in terms of his infantry pressure, but double P4 is a lot to try and deal with against Momo here. Okay,
land mattress does go down. Comet can easily duel with his P4. Where's the other P4? Oh, is there a cannon somewhere as well?
I don't know if this is the best play from Deep Dark Fantasies going in this deep. Let's try and get some finishing blows off. Those P8s are going around the chase here.
The Comet can bully that P4 very easily.
Yeah.
It was the Raketten shots on the side that's the problem.
Yeah, he really can't afford to lose the Comet, because at this stage he's in a good position. Momo has lost his battle group and in his Panzer headquarters. He lost his battle group just recently in the last engagement, so he's in a bad position, but he doesn't have those support structures. He doesn't have flexibility in terms of a new unit composition. He has to go for another truck now, which I'm guessing is going to be the mech truck if he decides to head towards maybe. What did he go for?
Well,
here?
he threw down the
No.
medical crate, so it may be the mech.
Yeah.
Because also he wants to have the extra repairs from the mech, given that he only has 1 stone pioneers left.
Should put it down the base as well. It's just not worth it. There's still 1 land mattress up and running on the field.
But he may have to go to the medics, the battle group rather,
Yeah.
just for his healing, because you can't just keep throwing down those expensive medical crates, 40 munitions a pop.
Well, the bleed continues. Deep Dark Fantasy only just getting the decap here, and he's going to be down to 109 VPs.
Oh, there's also a bug that well, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but we fixed it so in the Winter Balance preview, so the Raketan can actually pick up the crates. The Raketan cannot pick it up, which is quite silly.
Your infantry section is ready for battle.
When we are speaking about, we've got a bit of a lull, tanks and getting repaired. Are there any games that kind of implement kind of you repair a tank and it has progressively less and less health?
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it? I'm sure there is a game that implements that, but I can't think of
I don't know
what
about
it is,
RTS games, but
yeah.
there's certainly games that have that feature. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, maybe... I haven't played much Men of War,
Yeah.
but I mean, that might do.
Yeah.
But
And that's
that mechanic sounds familiar. I don't know where from, though.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it may not be an RTS game. But
Right,
that's
yeah,
a good
might not be.
idea,
Yeah.
actually. A kind of a somewhat realistic.
It'd just be a cool thing to have a play around with. It may or may not necessarily work, but it is just another way to kind of
There's 12 fuel there.
implement that.
Yeah, I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know. I don't think diminishing returns is the right term for it, but your health gets lower the more it gets repaired.
To see the back of an anti-tank gun.
Lucky shot from the comment.
Which, yeah, as you say, is realistic.
Well, then realistically though, if a tank is knocked out,
Points.
it won't get repaired in
Oh, yeah,
combat. Like
yeah,
it'll get repaired,
yeah.
you know, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Unless you're, you know, the
mean,
Germans, and then you have no supplies,
Yeah.
and the tank you just cannot fix it because
Yeah.
all your factories getting bombed by, you know, the Allies.
Yeah, so the P4s are going to be firing away at this combat. One of them is facing towards the rear armor, but it could be a little bit too much DPS towards the combat. Viking squads coming in from the side are going to be forcing off any more squads, and probably the Raketans as well. Combat down on half health, takes another shot, needs to back out. It's very low.
Yeah, Comet having a hard time versus the double Panzer IVs. 6-pounder though. Negative cover, so the P4 and the Volts could gun this down very fast.
Be a dive.
There's some defensive PS. Hits a mine. Nice work there. That P4 can't do much. Comet gets the killing blow. That's 1 P4 down, as does the 6-pounder fall.
Weapon crew lost.
So, very clutch. Both of those shots obviously having to penetrate. Piet's getting a bit of damage down as well because the combat was incredibly low, but a decent dive from Momo.
Swag
nice
Panzer! Look at all the models the Panzer IV, the Hetzer just killed.
Hardcore health damage, my friend. Combat now going to be repaired up. Oh. Combat's getting some lucky anti-support weapon shots here.
Comet's almost Vet 2. Weapon tracking, that's the turret traverse. And the accuracy isn't that important versus tanks either. It's more an anti-infantry thing. I don't think Comet misses that much. Versus tanks, that is. Oh, another mine connect.
Nice.
There's actually a few on the field.
Yeah, Deep Dark Fantasy has been active with his mines. Not something we've mentioned as of yet, but he has been active in placing them down.
The advantage of having the double engineers, whatever faction you are, unless you're US,
Targeting a capture point.
is you can spam mines.
It's going to be another comment for Deep Dark Fantasy, a nice way to close out his composition.
Is that a combat, you said? Yeah,
another
combat,
yeah,
exactly.
Second one.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, a Firefly is going to be essential when King Tiger shows up, but that's a long way off, given that the battle group that was rebuilt, given that Flamhetzer.
A capture point is being overrun.
We definitely haven't seen a mech truck, have we? From
No,
Momo.
no, there
Definitely
wasn't a
not,
mech
so
truck.
yeah. King Tiger might be a little bit out of reach at this stage in the game. 272 VPs against 102, maybe? I don't know.
But it's Momo with the pop, the
that's
VP,
true.
so he can go for it. The problem is though, he doesn't actually have any fuel, so
just-
he's still only on
yeah.
80 fuel. If he had the fuel there for a while, then perhaps. But as it is now, yeah, he's a long way off that.
And really what I'm considering is the fact that can he hold off against double Comet and the
They're trying
Yeah, this
aggressive
Bren
composition.
blob. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
what does he get against this?
Yovi's,
Does he have the
oh, he's
time?
gonna lose his Volk squad here. No, is there a retreat, Momo? Wow, what happened there? Was he microing his... up here? Maybe he microing his Obers. He could even lose the Ober squad there to Comet, but actually the Panzer IVs are out of position and could go down. He pops the Blitz. There is a Raketten setting up.
The Vol's there as well, so the Faust is also going to be an option if this Raketten can get in a good spot. It's going to be turning around now.
Pretty late to set
There's
up.
The Faust.
Rear armored too. This could be dead Combat. Oh, actually, another shot from that vet to Comet. But that's going to be a dead Comet. If that Raketten shot comes through, the shot's actually blocked by the house. Getting focused by the Brens.
It'll be the wipe into the Raketten. In fact, the Comet might walk away from here. The Faust cooldown is going to be coming up. Momo has enough munitions.
But will he get focused? He's actually not firing at the infantry because he has it on prioritized vehicles. There's the Faust. And the Comet survives.
Doesn't penetrate. The Faust bounced?
Well, it doesn't matter if it bounces. It still does damage.
Right.
I believe it does
right.
like 80 damage instead of 100.
Yeah.
But it always does damage.
But that might have been enough, though. I mean, look at how much health it's on.
No, it's still alive. It's not dead.
That's what I mean. The fact that it is still alive. Doesn't the Raketten do a little bit less damage? The Faust do less damage?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean.
The bounce could have been enough to save it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I don't know if that's true,
is that true,
though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
I can look it up, but anyway, it's fine.
I'm not 100%, but that's probably game ending here for Momo.
Yeah, that is like certainly less than 20 health.
Yeah.
Actually, you should pop the crew repairs. That's a really great ability.
Yeah.
The problem here, though, for Dark Fantasy is he doesn't have much VPs left, so he has to take this one out. He should definitely pop his repairs here because he needs these engineers to cap their VPs.
Certainly would be a good investment of munitions. Doesn't really need to put it anywhere else at this stage in the game with his upgrade situation the way it is.
He may have to burn some commandos to just get this VP.
Yeah.
But he still has a bit left. 58.
58 VPs.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Delay the caps as much as possible. Pretty successful, actually. This,
Oh!
Strip by Nisco gets wiped. Nice.
Yeah, the problem with the land matcher is you can't exactly dodge it like you can with other rocket arty, like the Caddy in particular. Jeez, his Ober's negative cover there.
I mean, he kind of has to stay in this engagement. This is kind of all or nothing. It seems as though Momo just wants to try and hold on to these VPs and just bleed them out. 40 VPs now for Deep Dark Fantasy. As you say, Machine has the commando pop available.
Surprised he retreated those Tommies down earlier. There is actually a captured 6-pounder, so the Comet has to avoid that one. But it's completely in the open and there's no support, so the Comet can just circle this one.
What's really important is in this engagement down the bottom on the bottom VP Machine.
Oh, you're right. Gammon bomb.
Oh!
That's gonna be a wipe.
It doesn't matter. The commandos get wiped at the same time. That might be enough. It's actually a triple cap on here for Momo. Deep Dark Fantasy. Pop the commandos, my friend. You need to pop commandos out.
I don't know if it'll matter because all 3 VPs are actually held. He also needs to pop commandos here, but you can't just pop commandos everywhere. That's gonna be GG.
Momo's actually gonna close this one out. Machine in a situation where Deep Dark Fantasy certainly shouldn't have lost.
Oh, he certainly had the squad advantage, the tank advantage. He would have won this game, no doubt, but of course, Momo having better control of those VPs in the early and the mid game, so he will take this one home. And I think this showed why this commander isn't very good, because he got a pretty good early mid game with the flamers, I suppose. I don't know how much that actually influenced it, but the late game isn't very good. But that was enough to win the game. It was the VPs, so I guess you could say it actually did pay off, certainly for Momo in this situation. But not having call-in infantry, not having a call-in tank, well, a good call-in tank, I should say, can make it hard. But yeah, nice game. GG, well played.
Very enjoyable. That was very close at the end. There are a couple of ways Deep Dark Fantasy could have played that. If the Gammon Bomb had gone off just a tiny bit earlier. Damn you, Raketten, for capping the victory point. If had the Gammon Bomb gone off just a tiny bit earlier, and the commandos had survived, it was very clutch. He could have popped commandos from another garrison, potentially find a
you're
cap
right.
as well. So
Up here, he could have spawned. There was the swag panzer, but he could have just ran around in circles.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you next time. If you want to support the channel, then you can do so on Patreon. if you support enough, then you may get your own deep dark fantasy. We cannot confirm or deny such rumors.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.